having quotations and so I'll just share those. Okay, so first off, you log in using the infostudent.com and you input your email, your password, and next up you scroll down to where you have your name. The language are straightforward. I'm sorry, I'll just fix the sound. It seems like you cannot hear me clearly. Sorry, I'll just fix the sound. It seems like you cannot. Okay, please let me know if you can hear me clearly now. Do you guys hear me clearly right now? Do you hear me? Is it clear now? Can you hear me? Let me know if you can hear me and if it's clear now. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me clearly? Can you hear me clearly? Okay, what about now? Is it clear enough? I know you can hear me, but it's obviously not so clear. So, what about now? Is it good now? Okay, so I think it's good right now. Okay, thanks and hi everyone. Welcome to the chat. I'm so sorry for the little problems that we just had. Hello, Sam. Hello, Kinby. Hi, Priyan. Sarah. Hello. Let's focus now. We're done chatting, right? Hi, Glendy. Okay, so welcome everyone. Today we're having quotations and dialogue. So I'll just share my screen. And as usual, you're gonna log into the aplusstudent.com with your email. And yes, Jordan, I remember your name. I was trying to, but I don't know. I knew your name was not Glendy. I'm sorry. Hi, Jordan, but I forgot. Hi, Ellen. Okay, so log in using the aplusstudent.com with your email and password, and then you just go to where you have your name. Here, you can click on your names here. Then language art, and we're on to grade 4. Grade 4, and we scroll down to the lesson, which is quotations and dialogue. So we have only one lesson here, and that's what we will be doing today, quotations and dialogue. Under that, we'll be punctuating dialogue. When we say punctuating, we're just like using the right punctuations in the dialogue. Okay? So whatever you have, you need to use the right punctuation, else whatever you're writing is gonna be wrong. Now, first of all, we need to know what a quotation is. A quotation shows the exact words that a person said. Okay? A quotation will show you the exact word that a person said. When writing a quotation, capitalize the first word. Okay? So if you will write a quotation, you will capitalize the first word. So now, when we are writing quotation, it means that we are writing something in quotes. So this is it over here. This little quote here, starting the sentence. Okay, this and this. That's the quotation. Okay, it's usually starting the sentence and ending the sentence. So when you're writing a quotation, you have to capitalize the first word. So the first word in the quotation, that's in the quote, creating a quote to write something, it's gonna be capitalized. So it should be in the big letters. Okay. How do you spell what? The entire quotation, including the end mark, should go inside the quotation mark. So the whole quotation, you cannot hear me? Please let me know, guys. Can you hear me? Okay, so Ellen, I think that that problem is from you. Oh, jeez. Uh, yeah. Okay. The rest can hear me. So, Ellen, I think you need to check your own computer. Okay. So, like I was saying, the entire quotation, okay, the entire quotation, including the end mark, should go inside the quotation
mark. So when we say end mark, we can have end marks like question mark, comma, a period, exclamation. You can have different end marks, and whatever end mark you have. So, like I was saying, whatever end mark you have, the end mark needs to go inside the quotation. Okay? Now, we have the first quotation here. When we say quotation, it's just like putting things in quotes. Hi, Kira. Or Kyra. Okay, Kyra. Okay, hi. Alright, so when we say quotation, we mean putting them in quotes. So this is the quote. I have to leave now, she said. So now the end mark is a comma. And this is a comma over here. And the comma goes inside the quotation. So that's what I meant when I said the end mark. So the end mark could be a comma, could be a period, could be a question mark, an exclamation. They will all go into the quotation. So whenever you're writing, never put the end mark outside. Okay? Take notes that whenever you're writing, if you have to do writing in school or just anything, do not put the end mark outside the quotation. You put it inside the quotation. Where are you going? He asked. Now, you have a question mark in this quotation, which is saying, where are you going? It's asking a question. Where are you going? A question mark, it's inside the quotation. If the quotation ends a sentence, then add a comma before it. If the quotation ends a sentence, add a comma before it. Just like this, she said. If she said will be in front, if she said will be in front, you need to have your comma after she said. Okay, and then you have a quotation. I have to leave now. So when you're ending a sentence, or maybe you make a statement, just like I have to leave now, you need to have the period inside the quotation. What's your question, can be? If you do not understand, ask a question on the chat, okay? Hi, Anna. Anha, hi. Um, okay, so he said a comma, where are you going? A question mark inside the quotation. So if a quotation ends a sentence, then add a comma before it. So now this quotation is ending this sentence, okay? Because the first sentence is starting with she said. She said, it's starting the sentence already. So you have a comma after she said and then your quotation. So that's just it. If the quotation starts a sentence and would normally end in a period, then change the period to a comma. Now, when a quotation is starting the sentence, when it is starting the sentence, and usually that quotation is supposed to end with a period, but because it is starting the sentence, you need to add a comma instead. Just like this one here, the quotation is starting the sentence because the first thing that we have in the sentence is the quotation, which says, I have to leave now. Normally, you're supposed to have a period after I have to leave now. But because the quotation started the sentence, you would change the period to a comma. And that's the comma you have there. And remember that the comma or any other end mark will be inside the quotation. It cannot be outside. So I have to leave now. She said. If the quotation ends with an exclamation mark or question mark, don't change it to a comma. So your exclamation mark. Let's do this. Okay, so these are like the most common end marks that we have. The first one is the exclamation mark. The second is the question mark. The third is the period. And the fourth is the comma. Okay? Now, okay, now, if you have exclamation mark and the question mark, do not change it to a comma. If you have these two, don't change it to a comma. But if you have a period, which is the third one, you will change it to a comma. Okay, guys? Now, look at it over here. Like I said, if the quotation ends with an exclamation mark, which I just showed you, or a question mark, I just did as well, do not change it to a comma. But if it ends with a period, then you would have to change it to a comma. Okay? Do you have a question? Please ask me. Yes, if you have a question, you say yes, and then you ask your question. If you have no question, you say no. Let me know. Do you have any question? Any question? Can be, I think. At first you said you have a question, right? So don't be distracted. Please ask your question. So please thanks guys. Any question? Okay, thanks, Ellen. You guys ask your questions before we move on to the examples. Because if you do not understand these, then of course you cannot understand the sentences or any other example that we have. Now I understand. Okay. All right. Thank you for your response. Now, it says here that quotations can be shown in dialogues. Okay. Now, you can use a quotation in a dialogue, which is a conversation between two or more people. So, when you have a dialogue going on, or if ever you have a homework and it says, create a dialogue between two people, that is a conversation between two people, you can use a quotation. Okay? You can make use of a quotation in that dialogue. And every other end mark that you'll be using will go into the quotation. So let's look at the questions. So now this sentence is incorrect. The committee is rewriting our town's parking laws, he explained. So with what I've said, the explanation I gave, if the sentence is meant to end with a period, just like this, it has a period. You need to change it. okay, to a comma. So instead of the period, you put a comma and then you end the sentence. Now, which sentence is correct? We lost electricity when the lightning hit. He signed. Okay? We lost electricity when the lightning hit. He signed. So now there's a period in this. You do not need to have a period. If you have anything given a period, you will change. The only time that you don't change um the only time you do not change your end mark is when you have an exclamation and a question mark. But if you have a period, you change it to a comma. I'm just gonna look for more tutorial questions before we move on. Which sentence is correct? Please hire a carpenter to finish our basement. So this is correct because it has a comma ending the quotation. Okay? If it was a period here, then it's gonna be wrong. And then add grapes, lemons, and lettuce to the grocery list. Now, look at an example here. This comma is outside the quotation, so this makes it wrong. Okay? Thank you guys for the like, but let's listen also. Now, if you have a comma outside the quotation, just like this sentence here, then it is totally wrong. Okay? Remember what I said, all the end mark goes into the quotation. Then I delivered a damaged package today. Now we have the comma outside the quotation, which makes this absolutely wrong. You do not do that. You put it into the quotation. Thank you, guys. Now we will move on to the test. And please let's make it interactive. Send me your answers so that I know that you truly understand what we're doing. Okay? Now look at the first sentence. Thank you, Kyra. Look at the first sentence. What is your answer here? My voice is hoarse from yearling, she whispered. Which is the right answer here? Which will be the correct one to pick? Okay, so everyone says the first one, so yeah, correct. Usually, this sentence will end with a period. So if it was not in a quotation, this sentence will definitely end in a period. Aside, she whispered. Okay, so if you're just saying my voice is hoarse from yelling, it will end with a period. But because it's in a quotation, you put a comma. So the first one, like you all said, is correct. Now the second. I like to hike in nature preserves, declared the boy. First or second. I like to hike in nature preserves. Two. Okay. Okay. So quotation with comma. Alright, so what happens with this sentence? She says, what will happen? What's the right answer to this one? Hi, the stars. Right answer. Everybody send in your answer. Let's see. She says the coyote vanished across the prairie. Answer. Hmm. So we have one. No, one is incorrect. So remember when I said if the quotation is ending the sentence. If it is ending the sentence, you need to add a comma. Yes, can be. You need to add a comma. Okay? So she says with a comma, and then you have the rest of your sentence. Okay, so before we go on, everyone on the chat, to be certain that we all get this, can you send me one sentence each? Everyone on the chat. Hi, Victoria. Oh, okay. Hello, Victoria. Okay, everyone on the chat, please send me a sentence in a quotation. Okay, you can use the end mark exclamation. You can use the end mark question mark, period. Okay, no, you cannot use period. Remember that you do not use period or comma. So use the end mark, question mark, exclamation, or comma. Send a sentence on the chat. Okay, so make a sentence with a quotation and let's go on. Now, let's be certain that we know this. Okay, send in your sentence, one sentence each, everyone. Um, but where's the quotation, guys? Where's the quotation? We are making sentences with quotation. I do not see quotations. We are going to the movies. I am happy, but no quotation. So make a sentence, Jordan, before we continue. Yes, we will continue, guys. Make a sentence. We have 17 people watching. Make a sentence, and the sentence should be in a quotation. Okay, first I made my move onto the part. Okay, quotation, guys, quotation. Make your sentence in a quotation. So yes, we have the first sentence with a quotation. She said hi to you, said someone. She said hi to you, said someone. Okay, good. That sentence is correct because we have the comma at the right place. So that's correct. Hello, my name is Jordan. Hello, my name is Jordan. He said. And Victoria, you should have your comma in your quotation. I am so happy. So you have your comma or any end mark inside the quotation. Okay? Are you attending the dance class? Kyra, you need to rephrase your sentence, put it in a quotation in the right manner. I was too happy. Can be. Now, you have to rephrase, guys. Rephrase. I'm gonna give you an example on the chat. This is can be. Look at it. Look at how your sentence should be like. Your sentence shouldn't have comma, comma, comma. It should be, I was so happy. He said. I was so happy. He said. Now make more sentences. Did you go to now, Priyan, your sentence is correct, but it is missing a question mark because you're asking a question. Did you go to the UK? Question mark. She said. Okay? Fix that. Did you go to the UK? Question mark. She said. Kyra, do you like to play tag? Okay, so Kyra, remember that what we said about quotation is the first letter should be capitalized. So the D for do should be capitalized, and your sentence is correct, but you're missing a comma. So after tag, you need to add a comma. Do you like to play tag? You add a comma, said Tom or asked Tom. And Tom is the name of a person, so you need to put the T in capital letter and you put a period after that. I went to the park today. Sam, okay, good example. I went to the park today with a comma. I said loudly. Good, Sam. Prayan, yours, you need to add a question mark. Did you go to the UK? Question mark. She said. Okay. Ellie, I did not get any example from you. So, everyone, this is what you do. You need to follow the pattern, else, whatever quotation you're making will be wrong. Okay? Now, I'm gonna send you this one for prayer. So, for prayer, your sentence is correct, but where's your quotation? Okay, so this is what you should do, prayer. Then can be, I am 9 years old. She said, good example, perfect. Okay? So follow the pattern. Remember that the first letter should be capitalized, and then when it's exclamation or question mark, you do not change it. But when it's a period, you change it to a comma. And every end mark should be in the quotation. Okay? Every end mark should be in the quotation. If your end mark is outside the quotation, then it is wrong. So yeah, let's move on to page 4. Which sentence is correct? The committee is rewriting our town's parking laws. He explained. Jordan, the answer is 2, said Jordan. A good example, Jordan. That's correct. Would you like to go to the mall? Said, okay, so Kara, your question mark should be inside the quotation. Okay, so this one is correct. Yeah, thank you for your answer. Good job, guys. Now, the basement bathroom leaks. He claimed. What's the right answer here? The basement bathroom leaks. He claimed. What's it? My name is Miran. Okay, Miran. So, the first one. Thank you for your answer, Miran. So, now which sentence is correct in this one? Page 6. What's the right sentence here? Which is the right sentence? For page 6, what's the right one? Okay, 1 is correct. It's time to begin our experiment, announced the scientist. What will be the right answer? Right answer for page 7, not 2, because comma is outside. Uh-huh. The first one. Okay. And then the geese look so funny waddling across the road. Christiana giggled. Kiara. Okay. Kiara. Okay. Kiara. Then, okay, now which sentence is correct? The teacher said you can learn about dinosaurs in an encyclopedia. Okay, so what is one? Okay, the right answer here for page 9. 2. Okay. 2 is wrong because you what is in small letters. So it's supposed to be the first one. Take note, guys. Y is in small letters here. So it's supposed to be capitalized. Okay? It should be capitalized, not in small letters. And then this one, page 10. Page 10. Mhm. So for page 10, our final answer is 1 or 2. 2, okay? Okay. All right, so we got up to page 10. You have the remaining pages left, which is about 20. So you need to complete this on your own. If you haven't done this lesson yet, you should do the lesson. Okay? Make sure you complete this lesson if you haven't yet. But before we end, you can ask any questions on the chat. So if you have a question, just ask me. Any questions? So Victoria has no question. Okay. If you have any question, okay, you guys just pay attention and focus. Focus. Let's not distract each other, okay? Let's pay attention. Before we end, ask your questions. Ask your questions, guys. Okay, Sarah has no question. Okay. Rest of you ask your questions, or I'm gonna ask you a question. What's going on? Okay, let me read, let me go through. Um Come on with your questions, ask them. Okay, we have one question. So we have a random question from Sam, which is what does boast mean? Okay, so when you boast about something is when you talk with a high amount of pride. Okay, when you're excessively very proud. Okay, like saying, "Oh, I am the best." You show that you're really proud of yourself. You have a very high pride. That is boast. So when you're boasting, you're being so proud. Any other question? No question, Evie. Okay. You no prayer. We're talking about boast, not roasted. Okay. Grade 5 is starting in the next let's say 19 minutes or 18 minutes, so by 8 p.m. So any other question before? What does pampered mean? Pampered. Oh, pampered is let's say when you show someone so much care and love, and then you do not let them do anything. You just let them sleep all around, eat, and they would not clean the house or fix their toys, nothing. Just being lazy. So you let the person be lazy. That is pampered. Okay. Any other question, guys, before we end? Any other question? Welcome, Victoria. So if you have no questions, we're gonna end right now. If you do not understand, please watch the video all over again after this and make sure you complete the lesson. Okay? All right. Bye, everyone. See you guys next time. Bye.